Others say and sometimes, hidden inside her words, the future revealed itself. One morning, as women gathered by the river to wash clothes, Aduni suddenly stopped singing. She turned to a young boy carrying a clay pot and said gently, "Hold it with both hands. The stone ahead is loose." The boy laughed, but only a few steps later, his foot struck the loose stone. He stumbled and the pot almost fell. Because he had listened to Aduni, he caught it before it broke. The women stared. Another day, an old farmer was preparing to travel to his farm before sunrise. Aduni looked at the sky and said, "Baba, wait a little. The rain will come before the sun climbs." The sky was clear. Some people laughed, but before long, dark clouds gathered, thunder rolled, and heavy rain fell across the village. From that day, some began to whisper, "Her words see what our eyes cannot see." Yet even with this gift, Aduni's heart was not satisfied, because people still praised Aderonke's face more than they honored Aduni's voice. At festivals, Aderonke was invited to sit among the finest maidens. Aduni was asked to sing in the background. At weddings, Aderonke received compliments. Aduni received requests. "Sing for us. Speak a blessing. Comfort this child. Warn us if you see anything." They wanted her gift, but they did not celebrate her. And slowly, comparison entered Aduni's heart like smoke entering a room. At first, it was small. Then it grew. One evening, during a village celebration, Drums filled the air and dancers moved in bright colors. Aderonke stood in the center, dressed beautifully, with beads shining around her neck. Everyone praised her. See her face, see her grace. Whoever marries this one has found treasure. Aduni stood at the edge of the crowd in her modest wrapper. No one saw the pain in her eyes. No one heard the question rising in her heart. Why not me? Why must my sister be the beautiful one? Why must I only be useful? Why can I not be admired too? That night, Aduni walked alone to the river. She sat beneath a tree, touched her face, and wept quietly. I am tired of being the voice no one sees, she whispered. I want to be beautiful. I want people to look at me the way they look at Aderonke. The river moved silently. The trees bent in the wind. Then a voice answered from behind her. Is that truly what you want? Aduni turned sharply. Standing near the path was an old woman, but she was not like any old woman Aduni had ever seen. Her wrapper shimmered like moonlight. Her beads looked ancient. Her eyes were deep, as if they had watched many lives rise and fall. Aduni quickly wiped her tears. Who are you? The woman smiled. Someone who hears the cries people hide. Aduni looked away. I only want to be beautiful. The old woman stepped closer. Beauty can be given. Aduni's heart began to beat faster. You can make me beautiful. Yes, the woman said, but nothing precious comes without an exchange. Aduni swallowed. What do you want? The old woman looked at her throat. Your voice. Aduni stepped back. My voice. Yes, the voice that sings, the voice that sees, the voice that carries the words of tomorrow. Aduni touched her neck. For a moment, fear passed through her. But then she remembered Aderonke standing in the middle of the celebration. She remembered the praise. She remembered the admiration. She remembered feeling unseen. And foolish desire became louder than wisdom. What use is a voice, Aduni said slowly, if no one sees the person carrying it? The old woman's face became sad, but she did not stop her. She brought out a small carved calabash and held it before Aduni. Speak one word into this. Aduni hesitated. Then she whispered, beauty. At once, golden light rose from her mouth. It shimmered like fireflies. It sounded like distant singing. It carried every song she had ever sung, every warning she had ever given, every blessing her spirit had ever. The next morning, Aduni returned to the village. At first, no one knew her. Women stopped grinding pepper. Children paused their play. Young men stared openly. Even the elders turned their heads. Who is this maiden? Where did she come from? Have you ever seen such beauty? Aduni walked slowly through the market. For the first time in her life, people noticed her before they needed her. For the first time, people admired her before asking for anything. For a short while, her heart danced. This was what she had wanted. This was what she had envied. This was what she had traded for. Aderonke saw her and froze. My sister? Aduni smiled. Aderonke touched her face gently. What happened to you? Aduni opened her mouth to answer. Nothing came out. Aderonke frowned. Aduni? Aduni tried again. Still nothing. The smile on her face faded. But before Aderonke could ask more questions, people surrounded them. They praised Aduni. They called her radiant. They said she was now the finest maiden in the village. Someone placed beads around her neck. Someone brought fine cloth. Someone said, now we see you. And Aduni smiled again, pushing her fear aside. Maybe silence was a small price to pay. Maybe beauty was enough. But beauty is loud only at the beginning. After a while, silence begins to speak. Days passed. People still admired Aduni, but something had changed. A crying child was brought to her. "Sing for him," the mother begged. Aduni opened her mouth. No song came. The child continued crying. A worried farmer came to her. "Daughter, speak. The last time you warned me about the rain, you saved my harvest. What do you see now?" Aduni looked at the sky. She felt something in her spirit. A warning, a danger, a truth trying to rise. But her voice was gone. Her words could no longer come out. The farmer left disappointed. Then came the day Aduni understood the cost of her exchange. A little girl was accused of stealing a bracelet from a trader's store. The trader shouted. The crowd gathered. The child cried and denied it. But no one believed her. Aduni stood nearby, and suddenly her heart trembled. She saw it clearly. The bracelet had not been stolen. It had fallen into a basket of yams beside the store. Aduni rushed forward. She pointed. She tried to speak. She tried to warn them, but not one sound came from her mouth. The crowd misunderstood her gestures. Some thought she was confused. Some told her to step aside. The little girl was dragged away in tears. Later, the bracelet was found in the basket, exactly where Aduni had known it would be. The village felt ashamed, but Aduni's shame was deeper. That night, she sat alone behind her mother's hut. Her beautiful face was wet with silent tears. Aderonke came and sat beside her. For a long time, the two sisters said nothing. Then Aderonke whispered, "I used to envy you." Aduni turned in surprise. Aderonke nodded. "Yes, people praised my face, but when they were afraid, they came to you. When they were broken, they came to you. When they needed truth, they came to you." She held Aduni's hand. "I had beauty, Aduni, but you had power." Those words pierced Aduni's heart. For the first time, she understood. Her sister had never been her enemy. Comparison had only blinded her. Aderonke wiped her tears. "What happened to your voice?" Aduni pointed toward the river path. Aderonke's eyes grew serious. The old stories speak of a woman who trades in the desires of wounded hearts. She gives people what they want, but takes what they need. Aduni trembled. Aderonke held her hand tighter. "Then you must go back." Aduni shook her head. She touched her beautiful face. Aderonke understood. If beauty cost you your gift, then it was not a blessing. It was a bargain. That night, Aduni did not sleep. She looked into a bowl of water and saw her reflection. The face was beautiful. But the girl behind it looked lost, and deep inside her silence, one truth rose like dawn. "I traded gold for paint. I sold tomorrow for a mirror." Before sunrise, Aduni returned to the river path. She wore no beads, no fine cloth, no decorations, only a simple wrapper, like the one she had worn before the exchange. Aderonke followed her quietly. The sisters reached the ancient tree near the water. The air was still. Then the old woman appeared. She looked at Aduni's beautiful face and smiled. "Have they not praised you?" Aduni nodded. "Have they not admired you?" Aduni nodded again. "Then why have you returned?" Aduni touched her throat. The old woman's eyes narrowed. "You want your voice back?" Aduni nodded. The old woman lifted the carved calabash. Inside it, Aduni's voice glowed faintly, like a trapped star. "You asked for beauty," the old woman said, "and beauty was given." Aduni fell to her knees. Tears rolled down her face. The old woman continued, "Many people do not lose their gifts because enemies steal them. They lose them because they despise what heaven placed inside them." Aderonke stepped forward. "She has learned." The old woman looked at her. "And what has she learned?" Aderonke turned to Aduni. Aduni placed her hand on her chest. Though no sound came out, her lips formed the words, "My voice is my treasure. My gift is my beauty. My worth was never missing." The old woman watched her for a long moment. Then she said, "To reclaim what you sold, you must release what you bought." Aduni understood. If she wanted her voice back, she had to give up the beauty she had gained, the face people now praised, the admiration she had long desired, the attention that had made her feel important. For a moment, her hand rose to her cheek. Then she remembered the crying child, the accused girl, the farmer, the village, her sister's words. "You had power." Aduni closed her eyes and bowed her head. She was ready. The old woman opened the calabash. Golden light rose into the morning air. It circled Aduni like a song returning home. Her beauty faded. Her face became plain again. Her skin returned to what it had been. But something else began to shine from within her. Peace, truth, acceptance. The golden light entered her mouth. Aduni gasped. Then, for the first time in many days, sound came out. Not loud, not proud, just one trembling word. "Thank you." Aderonke wept and embraced her sister. The old woman smiled faintly. "Now you know. A gift not valued can become a gift lost, but a gift reclaimed with wisdom becomes stronger than before." Then she disappeared with the dawn. When Aduni returned to the village, people stared. Some were disappointed that her strange beauty had gone. Some whispered, some laughed quietly, but Aduni no longer bowed beneath their eyes. That evening, a storm began gathering beyond the hills. The wind changed, the goats grew restless. The elders were still seated beneath the tree, unaware of the danger coming from the riverbank. Aduni stood before them and spoke. "Move the children away from the lower huts. The river will rise tonight." This time, her voice was clear. This time, the people listened. By midnight, the river overflowed. But no child was lost. No family was trapped. No life was taken. The village finally understood. The girl they had overlooked carried something more lasting than beauty. From that day, Aduni no longer wished to become her sister, and Aderonke no longer allowed anyone to reduce her to her face. The two sisters walked together often, one graceful in beauty, the other powerful in voice, both learning that no woman's worth should be measured by only what the eyes can see. And whenever young girls gathered by the river, Aduni would tell them, "Do not trade your treasure, because another person's gift shines differently. A flower does not become useless because it is not the moon, and the moon does not become less beautiful because it cannot smell like a flower." So the elders still say, "Be careful what you envy. Be careful what you despise in yourself. For the gift you call small today may be the very thing heaven gave you to save tomorrow." The lesson is yours to keep. Beauty may open eyes for a moment, but purpose gives a voice that echoes for generations.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share so you won't miss our future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.